back live again, and I realize we're in a terrible position with the sun, so I'll try and move my little prop that's holding my phone in place. That's better. You can see me now. Okay. There we go. All right. So I put the chat on today because I was going, well, what I'm trying to say is I was going to turn the chat off because last time I got very distracted, but I decided to keep it on. So if I do get distracted by the chat and I don't answer any comments or questions if they come up, it's not personal. I just get super distracted by them. Okay. So on this live, I wanted to share a few nervous system regulation exercises that I've come across over the past year or so and used and integrated into my daily kind of tools and routine with my nervous system, just to kind of gently balance and stabilize any fight and flight energy or any sense of being ungrounded. Generally, it's a fight energy, like a flight energy, so fight or flight energy. I was like, we're trying to catch my train of thought. So yeah, generally, oh God, I'm spacing out right now. Okay, let's just get into the exercises. Generally, okay, just for an example, what I'm trying to get to. So with this first one, I'm going to teach the physiological sigh, which is a very simple breathing exercise, breathing in and out through your nose, out through your mouth, that helps to deactivate any kind of fight flight triggers. So if you, I do this often when I'm driving, if a thought comes to me and it triggers me, or an event happens that causes a stress response in my body, I'll remember this breathing technique, and it just helps to just calm whatever gets triggered up. So if you notice yourself kind of freak out a little bit, it just cools and calms that down. So the physiological sigh is 2 breaths in through the nose and then breathing out through your mouth. So it looks like this. So the first breath in, the first breath in is longer than the second breath in. So you go, and then you breathe out through your mouth. And you want the out breath to be longer than the second in breath. So the first in breath is going to be slightly longer. The second in breath is going to be a little bit shorter than the first. And then you breathe out, that exhale is going to be a bit more elongated. There's a whole science around it that I'll see if I can find and put in the description around the physiological sigh. So you don't really have to do it perfectly. It's just a little bit of... So that is a physiological sigh. And if you practice that, you might notice over time, or just, pretty instantly, that your body starts to calm down, your muscular system, that activated response in your body starts to steady. I just notice I feel everything calm down. I get a little more mentally clear. So that's one I really like. I can see someone on the live, so hello to you. Another one that I remembered the other day is the butterfly technique. And this is, it's kind of like a form of tapping. So it's not exactly EFT, but it's a form of tapping. Well, I'll basically show you. So you grab your right hand in front of your left and just hook your hands here. So you're creating that kind of butterfly thing. Place it over your chest, just underneath the collarbone here. And you just gently tap left to right. And just breathing. So you can close your eyes if you want. You can keep it open. And you're just tapping left to right. And so this creates a cross from the left and right sides of the body. And from what I understand of, there's this practice called EMDR, which is a practice that helps with PTSD, anxiety, stress, and it helps to repattern those patterns in our system. But a part of the whole principle of that is the crossing of the left and the right side of the body, which activates something in our nervous system and our brain, which kind of I don't know the science of it, but I know that it changes what's happening in our brain and in our body in relationship to the topic that's being triggered up. So I have done some EMDR therapy, and they will usually have like a little electrical pulse thing on both sides of the body, and one will buzz, and then the other side will buzz, and you'll usually be doing some form of talk therapy while that buzzing is happening. So it's deactivating stress in the body while you're processing whatever has been triggered up in that moment. There's a lot of science behind this, but I don't know it in this moment. I just know it works, and I've used it. So this is the butterfly technique. You just go as long as you want. I usually go like 5, 10, 15 minutes, however long it takes to I feel my system really calm down. And for me, I tend to notice that it's really starting to work when my chest really starts to relax. It's like my heart opens up, and that internal stress that I would feel in my chest really starts to soften. So we'll just go a little bit longer. Oh, hello. Soul, you know. Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for saying that. So yeah, give this one a go. So just before we kind of finish up, I'll take you through the physiological sigh again one more time so you can do a little practice here. So we'll finish up with this butterfly technique. And just while you're doing this, remember to breathe as well, because it's going to make it more effective and quicker. So even now, I'm just feeling my body release that breath, start to deepen. Yeah, so my nervous system has started to regulate and relax a lot more, because I was clearly nervous before. That's why my brain was losing its train of thought. Okay, so we'll finish up here. And then I'd usually just take a breath or two in and out. And I'll show you that physiological sigh one more time. So the physiological sigh is 2 in-breaths through the nose and then breathing out through your mouth. The first in-breath is a little bit longer than the second in-breath through the nose, and then you breathe out at a more elongated, slower pace through your mouth. So you want the out-breath through the mouth to be longer than those 2 in-breaths that you take in. So again. We'll do it one more time. Wicked. All right, if there's anyone on here and you have any questions about any nervous system exercises or anything about what I've just talked about, feel free to ask, because I'll finish up this live in a moment, and it can be a replay which kind of just teaches those techniques. So if you have any questions, I'll wait a moment here and see. But yeah, aside from all of that, that's kind of all I wanted to share today. So I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know if you noticed, if you went along and tried that with me, especially the butterfly technique, like the physiological sigh. I do notice you'll feel the impact pretty straight away, but there's something about the butterfly technique that after you do it just long enough, after you do it just long enough, your body will just like drop down, calm down, steady and stabilize, and you'll feel that relief. No real questions here, but much gratitude for your sharing. Oh, my absolute pleasure. It's a joy to do it, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. All right. Okay, I think we'll finish up for today, and we'll see. I have no idea what I'm going to make next, but I hope you enjoy it. Okay, bye-bye.